Good afternoon and welcome to Friday with Fiona. No, it's not Friday with Fiona. What am I talking about? It's Monday. So it's Christmas in July, day 4. And today we're going to make a box to keep our tags in and a couple of tags just to show you how I've made them. My measurements are in inches today because that's what they were where I got them from originally. For my dies, I've used, for my tags, I've used the labels here, which came with the Peace on Earth bundle, and some everyday arches. So let's put those to one side. I'm going to make the box first, and I'm using cloud cover. And the reason I'm using cloud cover for the box base is because this beautiful designer series paper, and I'm going to use the stars for Christmas. The other side's got sort of floral things on. I've got one of these right outside my kitchen door, but I prefer the stars. Can you see them? There. So my lid will be basic white, and we're going to decorate it with this. So let's pop that to one side for now. I'm going to need to get my trimmer in. I could have had everything ready, but I thought I'd show you right from the scratch how to make this box. Okay, so I've had these instructions, they're quite old. So to make the actual box, which I'm going to do in cloud cover cardstock, it needs to be 8 by 10, and our cardstock is 8 1/4. So I just need to cut that down to 8 by 10. So I'm going to cut the 10 first. And by 8. So it's just a sliver. That's there. Okay, so that's for our base. And then I'm going to score it all around at 2 inches. So it's going to be quite a deep box. It's a good size. And you don't have to use it for tags. You can use it. I'm going to move my cutter right up to the far end so I don't make a mistake and use it. You don't have to use it for tags. I'm going to decorate it, and I like to make a lot of tags and then gift them to people. I know if you're giving gift cards and money and stuff, you don't need gift tags these days, but I don't know, it's fun to make them. Okay, I'm still using the Peaceful Garden Designer Series paper, although I have used some of the paper that it carried over, but it's now on the last chance list and reduced. And it's this one, which is Winter Meadow, and it has some beautiful, so it's got some misty moonlight and different colours. So there's my score lines. Before I do that, I'm going to just looking at my instructions. I didn't understand something for a minute, but it's made sense. Yeah, I'm going to use my bone folder before. I always make this mistake, and I cut before I use my bone folder. So I'm going to do that today. It's beautiful, this colour, and with that designer series paper, I think it's going to look lovely. Okay. Now, before I put my trimmer away, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut up these lines with my trimmer. Try and get a nice straight cut. So I'm going up. In fact, I'm going to do it. No, I will do it this way. I did it at the ends last time, and because this small bit here, I had to cut a lot off. So I'm going to do it on the sides this time, and then I won't need to cut so much down. So I'm cutting up to the 2-inch line, moving up to 6, and cutting. Turn it round and do the same thing. Cutting up to the 2-inch line, and then starting at the 6. And then I've got my flaps. There we go. So before I put my trimmer away, I'm going to cut the card for the lid. And the way that we make the lid fit is sneaky. So I'll show you that. So this is going to be 8 by 6, so smaller. So 8 by 6. do actually want my cutter. So 8 by 6. And then this one is literally 1 inch less a 16th. An inch less a 16th. If you do use your Simply Scored, you need to take a bit of card and fold it in half and put it at the edge to just give a little bit of a movement away from it. So I just thought I'd try and do it on there. And then let's cut again. I'll do it on this. No, I won't. I'll do it this way. So this time I'm going up to the 1 inch and just over the 5 inch. Yep, that's perfect. Just up to the 1 inch and just after the 5 inch. Okay, so I've cut and scored, and I will need that back for the designer series paper, but that'll be after we've put everything together. So I'm going to see, I did it again. I cut before I burnished. That was the word I couldn't think of before, burnish. So that's going to be our lid. Move that to one side. So I need some pegs. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I need my wet glue. So I'm going to, now what I'm going to do is just take my paper snips and just give these a little trim. I believe it's got an official name. I think it's mice ring. And it just, oh, that's a bad cut there. Let's get that. And the same, so I'm doing it on the inside. So I'll still be able to line up the top. And the other side. I think it might be time to get a new blade. I thought I just changed it recently, actually. Okay, so now I'm going to get my wet glue. Got my pegs ready. And I can line that up. Sticking out a little bit, I don't know why. I must have cut that slightly wrong. Okay, so then we can do the other end. I'm just going to trim those. They're slightly, just a fraction. I'll trim those later. Okay, now it's normal cardstock, so it's relatively sturdy. But if you want to make it a bit sturdier, here's a box I prepared earlier. Then you can line it. So I've already cut some bits and pieces. I'm going to line it in red, real red. So this one was, or is, Secret Sea with white. And that's basically what we're making, just haven't decorated it. Okay, so I've got all my bits. So that's going to go inside. And because it's just because it's Christmassy, nice, red, cheerful. Right, I should be able to take my pegs off now. I'll keep them for when I'm doing my lid. Okay, so I need wet glue again. What to do with it? There we go. And this is the two-tone cardstock, so it's not as thick as regular cardstock. And I want the real red side facing up. Just going to pop that in. Now this is 5 15/16. See what I mean about the inches? 5 15/16 by 3 15/16. So if you're looking at your trimmer, it's the little mark in between the 3/4 and the next inch size. And I've got some to go on the inside, and it's just lining the box, so it's covering up your edges and reinforcing it, making it a little bit stronger. You don't have to do this, but it does, especially if you're, you know, gifting somebody something in it. You want it to be sturdy. Come on. There we go. Pop that in there. Line that up. And then the other side. I'm just lining the box on the side to position it, and then I'll show you how it looks. Okay, so I've done those two, and then I just need to do the ends. Let's get my bone folder. That long one's not sticking down properly. And then the last one of the inside. There we go. Just Christmassy red, real red. Okay, now I was going to do, I'll put these away because I'm going to do that box lid in red, but we're not doing that now. So what I need to do is cut, well, I'm going to make my lid. No, I'm not. I'm going to cut my designer series paper and put it on before I glue the lid. Okay, I'm really pleased with that, except for these little edges sticking up. I have to do something about that. So I need, for the lid, I need 3 15/16 by 5 15/16. So let's get my designer series paper. That's more than 5, so I'll do it this way. So 3 and 15/16, 3. So it's this one here, right in between the 7/8, not 3/4, between the 7/8 and 4. So there we go. And 5 and 15/16. So it's literally this last line before the 6 inches. That's it. So I'm going to pop that onto my lid. Let's just check it fits. It does. Lovely. So this paper will be available to customers at the beginning of September when the new mini catalogue goes on sale. If you want to get your hands on it earlier, you can get it from the 5th of August by getting the starter kit, because you can put pre-order things in the starter kit. We get a copy of the catalogue this Wednesday, whoop whoop, and digital copy, not a paper copy. And I don't know when the paper copies will be available. Okay, let's go back. So I've got that on there. That's my designer series paper. It's just a bit easier to do it when it's I'm going to just mitre again. Don't forget, you can get the PDF with all 14 projects when you spend £50 in my online store. Now, there is a slight change. I was doing it until Thursday, but my husband has now got some doctor's appointments and blood tests and things. So I'm going to not do my day 7 on Thursday, and it will be my Friday with Fiona this week will be my day 7. And we're going to do one of the Christmas kits. I'm going to give myself some rest and reprieve in August by doing 4 weeks of kits, but I'm going to start with the Christmas one. So that will be day 7 of Christmas in July. And I will have some giveaways, some quick kit giveaways. There we go. Just give that a minute to dry. Put that to one side. Now, my tags. So these are some I've made earlier with that winter. What did I say it was called? Winter Meadow Designer Series paper. And it is on last chance and it is reduced. So some great offers to be had. It's just the beautiful Misty Meadow trees, and then I've got the ribbon, and then you've got the white on the back. So these are made, oh, and then this navy ribbon twine is part of the I'll put it somewhere safe, the Natural Tones linen thread, and that is also on the last chance list and reduced. So that's a great time to get some bits and pieces. So I've got 1, 2, I've got 3 of those. You can put things on, you could put doves on, you could put whatever you wanted on. So I'm just going to pop those into my box. I'm not going to put any dividers or anything in there, just you know, have plenty of space so it doesn't curl the ribbon up. And then these ones I cut earlier, so I've cut some of the labels from this die set. There's one smaller arch. So I'm just going to show you how I put these together while my lid is drying. And these punches, the 3 punches that I was talking about, they are part of the Tags to Go bundle, but you can buy them, just the 3 of them, and they're an online exclusive. So what I need to do is glue, thought I'd finish with the glue, but I haven't, glue my designer series paper onto my basic white cardstock. With the pattern, I couldn't really see the edge on that one. Get my silicone mats, which needs a good clean. Just line that up. Okay, one. I'm actually going to put it on the white because I can't see it on the designer series paper. There we go, number 2. And then I'll do my hole punching all in one go. And number 3. And I need my ribbon. And I've got my twine. Okay, so I'm now, let's get rid of that. Oh, it's sticking. I need to clean that. I'm going to punch my hole. There's 3. Just a little hole. So that's an 1/8 of an inch hole. That one gives you a little bit more room. And then that one's just a straight one. So I tell you what, let's do all 3. Then you can see the difference. I'll do this in the biggest one. Going through 2 layers, so that's number 1. Number 2, just be the hole, and number 3, just the line. There we go. But they're really, really handy for ribbon, for tags. I love making the jumbo tags as well. Right, so how much ribbon? I don't want to waste my ribbon. That should be enough. Yeah, probably a little bit too long. And the twine. Now to straighten it, because it's all curly, just take your bone folder and pull it through. There we go, straight. And I'm going to just wrap that round. A nice big bow. And there we go. Just cut a little bit off the, whoops. There's one. No, I don't want to waste so much ribbon. Let's do that. That's better. And not going to do such a long twine this time. Can't wait to have my surgery. I'm going to use my tweezers. There we go, that's number 2 and number 3. I don't think I'm going to get the ribbon through that, so I'm going to change and I'm going to do this twine for my tag, and then I'll do a little bow on the front of the which is why the one I tend to use is the line. Whoops, come on. There we go. Too long. Way too long. I'm just going to tie a bow. Try and tie a little bow with this. It got a bit frayed with me putting on it, so it's not angled enough. There we go. Beautiful ribbon. Might have to get some more of this. Going through it at a rate of knots. Okay, and then I'm going to just take a glue dot and pop it on the front there. Okay, now I did want to decorate these ones, so I have die cut a couple of doves. So let me just get rid of my excesses and get my doves. So that one probably needs to go on the biggest one. Now, how does it go? Does it go like that? Yeah, I think we're going. So dimensionals. Oh, goodness knows where my dimensionals are. Oh, they're where they're supposed to be. Blimey. 1, 2, 3. Yesterday was a really quick one. Today's a bit longer. There we go. So that's that one. I'll go in my box. And then this one I've got a line to cover up where I cut the paper by mistake. So I want to cover that with my dove. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And last but not least, 1, 2, 3. And then the pièce de résistance, so he's going to just go on. Get that out of the way. There we go. So there's my tags. Now my lid should be dry. Let's get rid of the pegs. And my designer series paper's already on there. There's my lid. Now I've already die cut using the alphabet dies. They're the medium size, not the huge size, and I've done them on oh, I can't remember what it's called. Hang on, I'll have to get it out and have a look at it. Foam adhesive sheets, just to give it a bit of depth. So TA. Now what I would normally do is draw a line and line them up, but for the sake of the video, here we go. Get that out. Come on. And there's my A. Trying to line it up with the stars. My T's not very straight, but it's going to have to stay the way it is. Then the G. And the S. My adhesive sheet's a bit, oh, don't know what's going on there. Oh. Need to get the backing off as it's got no sticky. There we go. Tags. And that's the glimmer paper that's part of this suite. That T needs to come a bit closer to the A. Yay! I love it. I hope you like it too. There we go, nice and red inside. And then it's picking up the cloud cover. So that's today's project. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow with some more fun Christmas ideas with Christmas in July, day 5 tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Bye.